Hello guys, in today's video I want to introduce you to a topic that it is considered very difficult in Italian, but it is just a matter of memory. Like in English there are so many irregular verbs, also in Italian that's the case, but however the most common ones are really just a few, and it's good to learn them by heart. Because, as you probably know, irregular verbs don't follow any specific rule, but they have to be learned by heart. So today's video will be a bit different from the other videos, because we will not only do theory, but we will also do some exercises together. So you will go over some sentences with me, and we will conjugate those sentences with the correct form of the irregular verb. So if you're ready, let's start. Okay guys, so we're here to do some exercise on irregular verbs. We will look at different sentences, and for each sentence I will tell you the whole conjugation of the irregular verb in the present tense. So let's start. Okay, so let's have a look at the first sentence over here. Number one, here we have Giulia, which is the subject, and the verb andare. So let's have a look at the conjugation first. Io vado, tu vai, lui, lei va, noi andiamo, voi andate, loro vanno. Okay, so in this case, the verb that would go with Giulia, the third person, is va. Giulia va al ristorante tutte le sere. Giulia goes to the restaurant every evening. Then let's move to sentence number 2, and let's have a look at the subject. Paolo e Giulia. So in this case we have a third person plural, they. And the verb here is uscire. Let's have a look at the conjugation. Io esco, tu esci, lui, lei esce, noi usciamo, voi uscite, loro escono. Okay, so let's conjugate it. Paolo e Giulia escono per andare al supermercato. So Paolo and Giulia go out to go to the supermarket. Alright, on to sentence number 3. Here, let's have a look. So, Beatrice, comma, so we're talking to Beatrice. In this case, we're talking to a second person singular, tu. So, Beatrice, and then the verb is volere, want. So here, I guess the sentence means, Beatrice, do you want to have lunch with me? So let's conjugate it first. Io voglio, tu vuoi, lui, lei vuole, noi vogliamo, voi volete, loro vogliono. Let's insert it in the blank space. So Beatrice, vuoi pranzare con me? Alright, perfect. Now number 4, here let's have a look at the subject. As always, here the subject is I ragazzi, the guys or guys in general, and the verb is fare, to do, to make. So let's have a look. I ragazzi fare sempre tanto rumore durante il pomeriggio. So let's have a look at the conjugation of the verb fare. Io faccio, tu fai, lui, lei fa, noi facciamo, voi fate, loro fanno. Okay, so since guys is a third person plural, in that case we will need to conjugate fare into the third person. So that becomes I ragazzi fanno. Let's have a look here. I ragazzi fanno sempre tanto rumore durante il pomeriggio. That means the guys always make a lot of noise during the afternoon. Okay, on to sentence number 5. Let's have a look. The subject here is l'insegnante, the teacher, and the verb here is dare, to give. So here we have to look at the conjugation of dare. Let's have a look at it. Io do, tu dai, lui, lei dà, noi diamo, voi date, loro danno. Ok, so third person singular. L'insegnante non dà mai troppi compiti agli studenti. So let's write it down here. Non dà mai troppi compiti agli studenti. That means the teacher never gives too much homework to the students. Okay, sentence number 6. Here the subject is tu, second person singular, and the verb is sapere, which is to know. Okay, so let's have a look at the conjugation of sapere. Io so, tu sai, lui sa, noi sappiamo, voi sapete, loro sanno. Okay, very simple. Here we have to put the second person singular of the verb sapere. So let's do it. Sai che Alice si trasferisce in Germania? Do you know that Alice moves to Germany? And then sentence number 7, here we have the subject io, I, so first person singular, and the verb dovere, must or have to. Okay, we have to look at the conjugation again because there is no rule to memorize them, but just learn them by heart, so let's have a look at it. Io devo, tu devi, lui deve, noi dobbiamo, voi dovete, loro devono. Okay, very simple. What we have to do is devo andare al lavoro. Sono in ritardo. I have to go to work. I am late. Alright then, let's move to sentence number 8 and let's have a look first at the subjects. So here, Andrea, Martina. So I'm talking to both Andrea and Martina. And the verb is potere, can. So in this case, it's a you plural, it's like voi. So let's have a look at the verb can in Italian. Io posso, tu puoi, lui, lei può, noi possiamo, voi potete, loro possono. Alright, second person plural for the verb potere is potete. So Andrea, Martina, potete aiutarmi? Andrea, Martina, can you help me? So, very simple. It looks difficult, but it actually is not once you know the conjugation. Okay, so sentence number 9, we have the subject, tu, and the verb tenere, which is to hold or to keep. So, let's have first a look at the conjugation of tenere in Italian. Io tengo, tu tieni, lui, lei tiene, noi teniamo, voi tenete, loro tengono. And now let's conjugate the sentence. Second person singular of the verb tenere is tieni. So, tieni le chiavi, per favore. Alright, on to sentence number 10. Here we have the subject, which is loro, and the verb, which is dire, to say. So in this case, we have to conjugate with a third person plural, but let's first have a look at how we conjugate the verb dire in Italian. Io dico, tu dici, lui, lei dice, noi diciamo, voi dite, loro dicono. The third person plural for dire is dicono. So let's put it inside. In this case it is loro non dicono mai la verità. Non posso fidarmi. They never say the truth. I cannot trust them. And then let's move to sentence number 11. This is a little bit tricky because it looks as if the subject is Giovanni, but in reality it is not. So here we have the subject, that it is io, I. Let's first see how to conjugate rimanere. Io rimango, tu rimani, lui, lei rimane, noi rimaniamo, voi rimanete, loro rimangono. Okay, in this sentence, then the first person singular of rimanere is rimango. So Giovanni, rimango qui ancora un'ora. So that means Giovanni, I stay here another hour. In this sentence, we could have used both the present or the future eventually. Okay, sentence number 2 here. Let's have a look at the subject. So the subject here is tu e Marco. That means voi, second person plural. And the verb is bere, to drink. So let's see how bere is in Italian. Io bevo, tu bevi, lui, lei beve, noi beviamo, voi bevete, loro bevono. Alright, second person plural for the verb bere is bevete. So, cosa bevete tu e Marco? What do you and Marco drink? Alright, 3 more. So sentence number 13 here. Let's have a look. We have 2 blank spaces, and here we have 2 verbs that are very, very common, the verb to have and the verb to be. So let's first have a look at the subjects. Here the first subject is noi, and the verb is avere. So first person plural. And in the second blank space, the subject is lui and the verb is essere. So in this case, third person singular. Okay, let's have a look at the 2 conjugations that we have here. We have 2 very important verbs. Let's start with avere. Io ho, tu hai, lui, lei ha, noi abbiamo, voi avete, loro hanno. And then we have the verb to be. Io sono, tu sei, lui, lei è, noi siamo, voi siete, loro sono. Let's insert the first one in the first blank space. The first person plural is abbiamo. So, noi abbiamo un gatto. And then in the second part, we have the subject lui, because we're talking about the cat. Even though in English, when we talk about animals, most of the times we refer to animals as it. In Italian, we really use the gender of the animal, so let's use lui. And then third person singular is è. So, lui è dolcissimo. So, we have a cat. He is so sweet. He is very, or in English, it is very sweet. Okay, sentence number 14. Here we have the subject tu and the verb stare. So in this case, stare looks quite regular, but it isn't. Let's have a look at the conjugation. Io sto, tu stai, lui, lei sta, noi stiamo, voi state, loro stanno. Okay, second person singular of the verb stare. If you watched my video about the present continuous, you already knew this conjugation, but the second person singular is stai. So here we can simply put stai bene. Let's put it over here, stai bene. That means, are you okay? And then the last sentence over here we have the subjects, which are Giulia and Valeria, and we are talking to them, so maybe it is better to put a comma here. So we're talking to them, second person plural, voi, and the verb, which is spegnere, to turn off. So let's see the conjugation of our last verb of the list. Io spengo, tu spegni, lui, lei spegne, noi spegniamo, voi spegnete, loro spengono. Okay, so the second person plural for the verb spegnere is spegnete. So Giulia, Valeria, spegnete la luce in cucina. So Giulia, Valeria, turn off the light in the kitchen. That's more of an imperative form, but anyways, that's the same as in the present tense. So the voi form of the imperative is always the same of the voi form of the present indicative. So this sentence translates into Giulia, Valeria, turn off the lights in the kitchen. That's it for our exercise. We completed most of the sentences. And these, as you could see, are very common verbs, and unfortunately in Italian they are irregular. However, once you know the very common ones, then you will be fine. You will mostly use these and a lot of regular verbs. Of course, there are many irregular verbs as well, but they are not as common as these ones. So for these, it is better to learn them very well by heart. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that by doing some sentences with me and looking at the way we should analyze the sentence helped you a little bit with your Italian learning. As I said in the beginning of the video, irregular verbs have to be learned by heart, but I wanted to mention these 15 verbs because they are quite common in everyday language. I want to thank you so much for watching. If this video has been helpful for you, please give it a like, and I will see you on the next one with a new lesson. A presto!